I saw a post the other day that said, I stay humble because I've seen people who laughed at other situations ended up in the same situation. And I don't know who you are, but if you have been sitting back laughing about someone's situation, no matter what you think of them, no matter how you feel about them, even if it be a celebrity or your next door neighbor, be careful not to judge, not to laugh, not to criticize someone's situation, even if you suspect them not to be perfect. Pride is sin, and we should always stay humble, because one way or another, God has pulled us from some places. We ourselves are not perfect, and we have no reason to be judgmental of anyone else. I truly believe when you're walking in humility, it's a form of love toward others, love toward yourself, love and adoration toward God. Humility is such a great blessing. Walking in the spirit of humility is such a wonderful blessing. It keeps us full. It keeps us spiritually satisfied. You don't want to be empty on the inside and be full on the outside. Humility keeps you in the right frame of mind, in the right direction, your heart in the right posture. And God can begin to bring more in. He will begin to fill your joy again. He will begin to fill your peace again. He will begin to ease your mind again. Pride will eat away at your spirit. Pride will eat away at your mind. Pride will just completely diminish you, because one of the forms of pride is, feeling self-righteous, right? With a self-righteous mentality, saying, well, I should, well, I wouldn't, and then the enemy uses that, right? Because it's almost a trick of the enemy. It's a manipulation of the enemy to make you feel better about who you are, but it does the complete opposite. It begins to flip the script. It begins to twist and turn, saying you're mistreated. You're being treated unfairly. You should have these things, right? You should be acting in this way. Whatever it may be, whatever way that the pride is working in your life. Well, how can they have joy? How can they have these things? How can they be living this certain way? Whatever it may be, or they don't look that good. Where's that coming from? Is that coming from your spirit thinking that you don't feel worthy? You don't feel as beautiful? God calls you fearfully and wonderfully made. Don't let the enemy sit there and cause you your pride to eat away at your own spirit, because you're not staying in a humble state, right? The Bible says, do not covet your neighbor's wife. But I believe that's in all senses. Don't covet their looks. Don't covet their possessions. Don't covet their joy. Don't covet their anointings. Don't covet their callings. Don't covet what the Lord is doing for them in their life. You remain in a humble spirit. Put your heart back in the right posture. Lord, I don't deserve anything you've given me. Lord, I see what you're doing in other people's lives. And I know if you can do it for them, you can do it for me, Lord. I know we're all imperfect people. I know I'm one of those imperfect people. And I know that what you have for me is just for me. I know whatever, you're doing in someone else's life, you can do in my life. And if you don't do that for me in my life, I know what you will do for me in my life is just as amazing, just as beautiful, just as great, no matter what it is or what it is not. Okay, so put your heart back in the right posture today. Get back in that state of humility. Remember, it's a gift that will fill your spirit, fill your mentality, fill your heart, and turn away from pride. Remember, pride and covenant and all these things is going to eat away at you. It's going to deplete you. It's going to malnourish you. It may feel for a moment, the enemy may lie to you and make you believe that it's doing the complete opposite, but he is a liar. It will withdraw from you and leave only a deposit of misery. Trust his plan, trust his process, enjoy your journey, stay humble.